I know you're somewhere, somewhere. I'm trapped in.
Hey guys, welcome to the Lion's Den. Today we have Jungkook on the menu. So we're going to talk about Jungkook, where he's at mentally, and what advice basically um, he has for from Spirit for I'm going to say for the month of January, or the month from now to January, throughout January. Um, Before I continue, make sure you give a thumbs up, leave a comment on what you may think that what's going on with Jungkook right now. Also, leave a comment on any other kind of reading that you want. I'm almost finished with basically all the BTS health readings. I have Jimin and J-Hope left. Um, so I'm wondering, like, what other group do you guys want me to read on? Let's see. I know I have to do some more EXO. I haven't done much EXO in a while. I'm also thinking about Monster X. So if you have any questions or any type of readings that you want for Monster X, please leave that in the comment section. If you have any questions or anything about EXO or another group, just leave them in the comment section. If you want a topic, make sure you leave at least 5 questions for the topic that you want to read on. People who leave at least 5 questions for the topic you want a reading on are more than likely going to get a response from me that way. All right, so, but I can't guarantee that. Let's get started with Jungkook. So Jungkook, his reading is kind of confusing. I wouldn't say confusing, but it's kind of Jungkook definitely needs a balance in his life. The most common thing that I'm seeing in Jungkook's cards that came out for him are basically sort of both telling him that he needs to mature himself while also maintaining his youthfulness. So I think that's the overall advice that he has going on. But we're going to get into the tarot before we move into the oracle cards. This was last. Okay. Okay. So when I asked basically the cards, like I asked what was going on I asked Spirit what was going on with kind of Jungkook right now, mentally, things that he needs to work on, what he's improving on. I know I'm using my Deviant Moon Tarot deck, and it looks kind of scary, especially since all the cards are reversed, but it's not all bad. Basically, Jungkook is in the process of kind of he's regaining energy. He's coming into himself right now, almost like a new level of maturity, I believe. But at the same time, it's like he's not wanting to evolve. It's like it's a time for him to evolve into a new level of maturity. But the Page of Cups is kind of sitting here saying that, but he refuses to. It's talking about Jungkook kind of liking to be immature and playing too much, in the sense of, like, playing with other people's feelings too much. Maybe doing things like teenage boys would do, like little fibs here and there, or being very bratty and being very spoiled. That's what the Page of Cups in reverse is talking about. Also, we have Ten of Swords in reverse. Jungkook is sort of, again, it's another card talking about a side of him that is also maturing, but he's recovering. I'm seeing something about him recovering health wise. And I honestly think this is what this is talking about. I don't know if his foot has healed yet, but I was noticing in this card in reverse that, if you see the sword through the foot, again, sorry for the cards being disturbing. But yeah, so also, let me just reread on these two right here, because Jungkook, like I said, his is kind of very up and down with both maturity and then not wanting to mature. So I want to find the better words to sort of explain to you guys. With Jungkook in the Ten of Swords, basically, right now for him, of course, and BTS, things are really hard. And so he is overcoming all of the situations that he's going through right now. But in the same token, it kind of talks about uh, Jungkook kind of wanting um, a lot more than he can really get at the moment. It's talking about Jungkook kind of, how do I put it? Jungkook is doing a little bit of spoiled things right now. Like he's sort of being a little spoiled. No offense, but he's being a spoiled brat right now. And that's what the cards are talking about. He's being a spoiled brat. He's also having a little bit of money issues going on. Um, I don't know if he's overspending. He may have an issue with overspending, and it's kind of putting him in an awkward situation. Um, and I don't think he kind of wants to hear that he may be overspending or maybe he's doing too much. Jungkook's not necessarily listening. He's like in a process of both healing mentally and physically, but not necessarily maturing mentally. So I asked Archangel Gabriel basically, well, what do you have? Like, what does Archangel Gabriel have to say to him? And so Archangel Gabriel had two things, and it's he needs to nurture himself. They're saying that that it is a time for Jungkook to take care of himself, even though he does have tendencies to be selfish or very self-absorbed. They're saying you're not wrong to want to take care of yourself, especially during this time. You're not wrong for trying to make sure that you put yourself first and you're okay before you move on to anybody else. But he also got detox time, okay? Release toxins from your body, mind, and diet. And what I'm feeling like is Jungkook also at the same time, Archangel Gabriel is saying that Jungkook needs to learn to not be very toxic in the way that he does things to help or serve himself. Like there's a way to take care of yourself without making it difficult for others or without throwing fits about it. I don't know if he throws fits, but that's the best way I can explain it. So yeah, detox time also tells me that Jungkook, he does need to spend some time working on some bad habits that he may have mentally as well, and it's time for him to mature. So I asked the guides what they had to say, what they wanted Jungkook to come to them about. And so the first thing says new life, right? So at first, if you see this card, I'm sitting there like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. No, I know Jungkook didn't get nobody pregnant now. What's going on? New life. It says divine mother, right? So I'm thinking, I'm going to assume family. I'm going to assume like his mother, because I know he didn't get anyone pregnant. And luckily, the family card flew out right after that. So I was really relieved. I'm like, I'm glad the immaturity wasn't just going around and, knocking people up because, whew, sweating, okay? But yeah, I believe, it's talking about family. I believe it's talking about his immediate family and maybe that he needs to take some time and go home and specifically see his mother. Also, again, like another card that kind of falls in play with it that came out is rest. Okay. It's time for Jungkook to take some time for himself and rest. It's time for all of BTS to rest, honestly. So I'm really not surprised any type of rest or relax comes out in any of their readings. But yes, it's time for him to specifically go home and rest. Discontent and muses come out. The word discontent is the one that stood out to me the most. But both of them together to me seems like he's not happy with sort of where they are musically, possibly. Like he wants to make changes, maybe wants different music, maybe wants to make different music, maybe wants to make his own music, possibly an album. But discontent comes out. He I don't believe that Jungkook is necessarily unhappy with the rewards that they've been given or anything. But as music is something that he loves, I think he's just discontented with the overall stress and everything that's kind of going on in his life right now. So the next card that flew out was priorities. Um, and I actually feel like this is towards this is just basically Spirit is saying that he needs to get his priorities straight and he needs to come to him, come to Spirit and his guides to figure out what they are. Maybe spend some time meditating on it and figuring out what he really wants. But that's what basically the priorities card is telling me there. Yes, he got a lot of cards from Spirit. Imagination, inner child. I think they also his youth, something about his youthfulness is a very extremely charming part of Jungkook, especially spiritually. They definitely see him as a childlike figure. I mean, he is young and young-minded, um, and they see him as that, and they think that they see that as his one of his most powerful traits. So yeah, it's imagination, anything that he's getting stuck on creative wise, they want him to come to them about that as well. Despair. As we had the discontent card coming out before, with that added on to not being able to see his family possibly, and just the overall stress of what's going on with BTS all around, Jungkook is in a state of despair, maybe in a state of despair. And anytime he falls into a state of despair, Spirit is like, come to us, we will open the door and clear the way for you. Come speak with us, meditate on it, talk to us, whatever you need to do. Okay. And so then for the next ones, I have the self-care card, self-care oracle deck. And so the first card that came out for him right here is Magnificence. It says, own your own magnificence. The world needs your brilliance and grace. That speaks for its own. And I just really feel like it's just telling Jungkook to come into himself fully, because he, as himself, is something beautiful that the world already loves. So if he is doubting himself in any way, shape, or form, that he needs to just give himself a little hug, because self-love is going to take him a long way. Truth. I don't know what this is about, but with the Page of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups also talks about, someone who's very childish and little white lies and things like that. But it says truth. Tell the truth. Integrity, I'm sorry, is the key to living an authentic life. Okay. So it could be maybe he is told a little white lie here or there, and it's possibly bugging someone or himself. Spirit is saying that he needs to go ahead and tell the truth or be honest. Or if it's a case where something is bothering him and he may need to speak with the members or speak with anyone about it, Spirit is saying that he needs to go ahead and let that truth out, let his, speak his own truth, and that will probably help him. Okay, so the next card that comes out was Power. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. I think this coming after truth makes a lot of sense as well. So if there was a storm that he may have caused or a storm that he's in currently with BTS and everything that they're going through right now, I feel like paired with truth, it's something saying that definitely go and speak on it, talk about it freely, even if it's to your fans, talk about it and tell them how you're struggling, or be honest with yourself and be honest with your people, your friends and the people around you, and you'll come into your own power. Playfulness. Again, Jungkook and this sort of childish aura that comes with him. It says, play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. To me, it speaks more on, again, Jungkook's youthfulness, him being the youngest, him being very playful and at times innocent. And I feel like this card is kind of saying, you don't have to become necessarily a mature, type of person. More of, you don't have to stop playing to mature. You don't have to stop being fun to be mature. You don't have to stop being youthful to necessarily mature. I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say with that. But I just feel like Spirit is just saying you can still be fun, youthful, even have some childish tendencies while also not being a child, like really childish. I don't know what's going on with Jungkook right now, that they're just saying he's being really childish, but whatever it is, I'm sure he's going to work it out. Dreams. This says, think big. There are unforeseen forces ready to support your dreams. Just that. I feel like it's just spirit just saying that we're here for you. We have your back. Whatever you're going to decide that you want to do, that we're going to be there with you. It also was saying to me earlier that he may have been having some dreams, and that spirit was actually coming to him and telling him and giving him messages in his dreams that he needs to pay attention to. Let me know if I'm speaking a little bit too fast, guys. I'm just trying to make these videos as short as possible now. So if you notice, I stopped really shuffling on camera, because then like the videos are like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, you know. So in the Grace deck, we have the first card is Shine. This card came out and it just says shine. It says step into the light. You are a gift to the world. Gift, Jungkook being a gift is definitely something that has been reoccurring, I believe. Something about Jungkook being some like magnificence. The world needs your brilliance. Like it, I don't know. It's something that is definitely reoccurring. Did he get one like that in this one? I don't know, but I feel like I'm seeing that a lot with Jungkook. Wow. Okay, yeah. Well, there you go. Gift. Again, grace is a gift from God. We don't need to work hard to earn it. Feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender our needs to receive it. The gift of grace is our birthright. So what struck me is we don't need to work hard to earn it. Feel worthy enough to deserve it. So I feel like this is also advice for Jungkook, basically saying if you want to rest and while still earning and succeeding at this point in his life, that he can do that. I feel like it's like he's already, and I feel like this goes for all of them, honestly, that they've already worked hard enough to literally deserve anything that they get as a reward. And I feel like Spirit is saying it is okay to not work as hard as you used to, because you worked all the way up into this point to get where you are. It is okay to rest. That's how I kind of take it. All right. So the next card that comes out is relax. Breathe. Everything is happening exactly as it should be. All right. And again, I kind of feel like this goes hand in hand with rest. I don't know if rest came out. I really don't. But I just feel like it's a time for him and the rest of the members to just take a break, to spend time with themselves, to do things that they love, to do things that they like, and not have to feel the pressure of really catering to anybody else. Chance comes up. It says, take the leap. Divine protection is always by your side. If Jungkook wants to go back home and take a vacation or something, and he's too worried about saying it, I think he just needs to go ahead and do it. I think whatever it is that's on his mind, maybe he has something like some sort of new creative project that he wants to work on. Spirit is just saying, go ahead and do that. Take your chance. We got your back. If you want to try something new, it's time to do it. It's safe to do so. So then the next card was Mirror. It says, learn to see God's presence in everyone you meet. Now this card, something was coming through to me on this card. And this card, what was it? To me, this card was saying something about, I am so upset with myself that I forgot it. But it was something about Jungkook, and I believe literally a sort of either mutual respect, or maybe something with one of the members that he needs to treat a little bit better. I don't know why, but maybe there's something going on with one of the members right now. I don't know. I probably need to go back and look at my V-Cook. No, I didn't do V-Cook yet. One of my readings, but there is something that Jungkook needs to work on where he needs to see a lot of himself in another member and learn from it. That's what I'm feeling like. There's somebody there that is similar to him that Spirit is saying that he can learn a lot from. This person is just like him. Okay. I should have been able to make sense of that, but I can't right now. Okay, gratitude was the last card. Gratitude says, "Be thankful and be thankful. A grateful heart is like a magnet drawn towards wealth and abundance." And this speaks for itself. It's just be grateful, be thankful, say thank you. Every time you succeed. Speak it to the universe, speak it to whatever you believe in. If you have a religion, if you have a God that you worship, if you have a spirit, whatever that you work with, just be thankful and say thank you at the end of the day, after you receive something, even when you're not receiving something. That's basically just what this card is saying. And that's really the end of the reading for Jungkook. That's all we have. So far, like overall, we know that Jungkook has tendencies to be very immature, at least, especially in this month. It's a lot of immaturity going on, a little bit of recklessness. Jungkook will be fine. I'm pretty sure it's not an overwhelming sort of situation. He also needs to work on his finances because he's doing a little bit of reckless spending. I think I seen online earlier, Yoongi also has brought himself some nice things, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so saying Jungkook is doing a little bit of reckless spending. It's time to also learn to mature and also still be able to be himself. So that's all we have, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I couldn't remember what I saw for this card. I can't really put my finger on what I had for this card, which is usually like why I like to do the readings right when I'm shuffling and I pull the cards out. But whichever, guys, let me know what you think the mirror card means in the case of Jungkook and learning to be graceful. What does it mean to you? How do you see it? I want to know what you think in the comment section below. All right. Oh, and last thing before I go, keep it under 25 minutes. If you want to purchase a reading from me, my email address is in the link below. You can also purchase a VTR. I made that for a video tarot reading. So if you have an idol that you want me to read on that you've probably been leaving in the comment section, I haven't gotten to it, or you don't think I'm going to do it, you can purchase a reading and I will do it as soon as possible. It becomes priority over all other readings. And I upload that to YouTube in the next 3 days. Okay. So you can purchase a video reading or you can purchase a personal reading. Just email me, let me know. I give audio recorded versions of personal readings as well as pictures of the cards that were drawn for you and detailed explanations for those. And I believe that's all I have to say, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.